From Van Nuys, it's Lunch with Dan Boul. Today's guest, Jonathan Winters. Dr. Joyce Brothers will be joining us.
It's all dead people.
They're going to be awfully quiet. I got a feeling.
A lot of dead people joining us today.
I see dead people.
Mort the Jew will be stopping by.
And then we're going to highlight the metal Xmas record, produced right here at Office Studios.
Correct. Legion of big-name artists, including Dave Grohl, Billy Gibbons, and Lemmy Kilmister.
There you go.
Running out of things to talk about for the long extended intro.
What about the lady from Glendale?
Ah, yes.
She's stuck on the
lady
134.
lady from Glendale who claims to have invented the exclamation mark.
Yeah.
You go ahead and...
Ho!
It's in... Wow.
What key is it in?
C sharp.
Leave it to old Doc Severinsen.
Yeah.
Maybe we could do a rock version of it.
Yeah, let's do it. And that'll be the next record. Metal versions
How about
of famous TV theme songs.
Yeah. That's a
I
great
got
idea.
one.
We can do Beverly Hillbillies.
Fuck, man,
theme from
had to
MASH.
Just give me that countryside.
That ain't
It's like
Green
he's
Acres.
dancing in time with what we're doing now. Yeah, what else? Yeah, there's the, if I had a banjo, I could do the Beverly Hillbillies one. Didn't we figure that out on guitar a few weeks ago? That's really frightening, Brett.
And the theme from Bonanza, of course. Ding, 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 ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding, ding,
How's it go?
ding, ding,
I used to
ding,
know
ding,
it.
ding, 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 ding.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll figure all this
We'll
out.
work that out for next
Gilligan's Island,
year.
yeah.
Yeah. MASH.
MASH.
Yeah, you could have there's some great themes out there one
But
could revisit.
Green Acres is the one you can immediately turn into like just a thrasher.
A thrasher. Total thrasher.
Green Acres is a place for me. Farm living is a life for me.
Joan Jett or somebody to sing it. Yeah.
Land spreading out so far and wide. Fuck Manhattan, just give me that countryside.
Eddie Albert gonna come sing?
What's that?
Eddie Albert?
Eddie Albert? Yeah, well, he is dead, so that
Oh,
will work
no.
on the show.
Right.
Because that's our theme is dead people.
Poor thing.
The Beverly Hillbillies.
Donna,
yeah.
Donna Douglas alive? That's it. Around near Bailey kept his family. And one day, he was shooting at some crew.
That's right. Gilligan's dead. That's right. Man, they're all dead.
Bob the Denver. How sad.
Bob the Denver. Is that me?
He was funny.
Are you watching the show?
We have no idea what he's doing.
Oh, sounds like beautiful teacher.
Oh no. Brett's discovered the internet. We'll have to mute this mic over here now.
Smokey and the Bandit over here. I'm not sure which one he is, but
So anyway, down to serious business.
Like from outside.
We're playing the producer 6L today because the producer 84 is in the operating room. Brett's tickling himself over here, and I mean that in the literal sense, not the figuratively. Hey, he's tickling himself. You guys might be too young for Petticoat Junction. No, of course, I love Petticoat. I can't remember the theme song though.
Petticoat Junction.
I know. Three sisters that lived out in the country by themselves, and there's no men around. Wow. Yeah, every guy remembers that show, and we all had the same dirty fantasy about it. Like, I'm going to Petticoat Junction because these girls ain't seen a man.
Right, my car broke down right in front of their house.
Yeah. Brett Chasen, the comedy catalyst. I like that.
Catalyst, you're going to take that from him?
That's right. I didn't even know you were into cattle.
Yeah,
He's allergic to cats. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's right.
It's the last time someone calls me official and gets away with it.
That's right.
Don't show him a list of cats,
Except
whatever
for
you
that
do.
last guy who called me official.
Yeah, that's it. They had the little theme, little segue music on.
It was Earl Flat
on the
and
Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs.
Lester Flat and Earl Scruggs.
But they had
They
that-
were on the show a couple of times, walking around with their banjos and computers.
They had the little ding, chick,
Sure.
ding, chick. And then there's like Ellie Mae's going out to the cement pond.
It's the cement pond.
There's going over to the fancy eating table, the pool table. What's the theme song to Petticoat Junction, though? Can you find that, Brett? So you might notice there's a little echo on here today. Yeah, hee-haw, that's a good one. Oh, those are some of the best written songs ever, though.
Hee-haw.
Now, we're not ones to go around spreading rumors. No, we're just not the gossiping kind. Oh, you'll never hear us repeating gossip. So you better be sure and listen close the first time. Ooh, it was an E. Very uncountry key. Yeah, some of those songs are hilarious. What's the one? Been round the world? Thought I'd found you. Yeah. Where are you tonight? Why did you leave me here all alone? I searched the world over and thought I'd found true love. You met another and you was gone. That's good songwriting right there. Seriously.
That's some funny shit.
No. That's there's the other one, Deep Despair and Agony on End. If it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all.
Yeah.
Anyway, we digress. I have a producer 6L with a Strymon. Yes, slapback is what you hear. I have a Strymon El Capistan. No, we can't do that.
Let me have a Diablo sandwich, a Dr. Pepper, make it fast, I'm in a goddamn hurry.
That's Brett ordering at Weiler's later.
And the lawyers come in. Yeah, that's it. We're going to walk into Weiler's and do that.
We should take the show live
Oh.
from Weiler's.
Dave has it come ride a little train that's rolling down the tracks at the junction. Yeah.
That's it, Petticoat Junction.
Forget about your cares. Time to relax at the junction. Yeah. Oh, I love it. I just can't remember I remember it now. You've jogged my memory.
Oh, that's dangerous.
I know. My memory doesn't jog. My memory likes to.
slowly.
My memory likes to lay on the sofa and eat Cheetos. Not jog. That was
So
good,
we were
Dave.
having lunch. Now it's Cheetos.
That's it. Well,
Just a snack.
it's like the guy that joke. Anyway, I'll tell you later. Guy that goes to the doctor and he says, "Doc, my is turning orange." You've heard that?
Like the amp?
No, his.
Oh.
And
Oh, it's-
the doctor says, "Well, what do you do for a living?" He says, "Oh, I lost my job." Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, well, tell me about your home life then. He goes, "Well, my wife just left me. I mean, I lost my job and everything kind of fell apart, so I'm alone all the time." He goes, "Really? Well, how do you keep yourself busy?" He goes, "I just watch videotapes and eat Cheetos."
Yep. That's why it's orange.
Yeah. So anyway, back to amps because we're ADD today, which is a new pedal I'm coming out with at NAMM. This is the Strymon El Capistan, which is what I use instead of reverb. A lot of guys asked for me to bring in pedals.
And so
As
you-
many of you know, I'm not a huge reverb guy. Nothing wrong with that. It just my particular thing doesn't groove with reverb. So I got a little imitation tape echo here, which is the best one I've heard. I've heard the Wampler's really good, but I haven't played it yet. But to my experience, this is a really good one. It sounds just like my Echoplex. So we were playing a bunch of just kind of stuff, and I'm playing through 6L6s, so I was playing some Rolling Stones and Joe Walsh and stuff like that, and it sounds right, you know. So that's, let me just turn it off so you get the idea. So then put a little echo back on. Fleshes it out
Yeah,
nicely,
it gives
right?
it a little ambiance.
turn a little more repeats up. I got the repeats almost completely off. I don't know why you need reverb when you have that. Plus, when you're on stage, this will not make the vocal mics go crazy. Reverb's great on vocals, but I don't really use it on guitar. I hear guys play it, and I go, wow, that sounds really, really good. And then I pick up a guitar, and it just sounds like I'm in a trash can.
Some people need it, other people don't.
What's that?
Some people need it, other people don't.
I think it's playing style, too.
Exactly.
You know,
it's
it's
what
like,
you're playing. You know, if you're holding long notes, you might want a little bit of
Yeah.
width that the verb or a delay unit will provide you, or
Yeah.
some repeats to fill in the blanks. Others don't need that, or it's not part of their style and part of their sound. So I like a little effect to have for solos. Rhythm parts, it depends on the song, obviously.
Yeah, I love to have a little echo for solos, especially if
Yeah.
you want to do nice long legato
Exactly.
kind of things where you need a little help.
Sure.
See a couple of questions here. Tell me a little bit about the Memphis. The Memphis is actually just the Monterey. We had to change the name because another amp maker had already legally registered the name Memphis. So I was a gentleman and complied. But it's 2 6v6s. It's kind of like a Soho, only it runs on 6v6s.
You're going to change the name of the Soho for the holiday to the Ho-Ho, right? And
That's right. The
people
ho
can
ho
buy that
ho.
for their kids
The
and stuff
Soho
like that.
ho.
The Soho ho.
Right. I hide the verb in there, not obvious. Yeah, I mean, I'm not against reverb. It's just, you know, the question I get into is if I build reverb into the amps, I got to really raise the price about $350 because it's expensive to do it correctly. I can do it cheaply, but to do it correctly, it's you know, you need a transformer, and you need another tube, and you need a spring pan, and you need some more circuitry, and all these sorts of things.
Maybe a foot switch and all of that.
Yeah, you got to add a foot switch on, and you know, $150, $200 worth of parts and labor to get it done. And then I don't do charity work, so I have to make some money on it.
So what you're saying is they should buy this little pedal gizmo here. That would take care of all of that.
Yeah, but you can buy one of these. It sounds better than anything I can do with a tube and a spring. And you're not married to it. You know, you can trade it in and sell it on eBay and get the new one that's coming out next year. And it'll always be getting better and better and better. Or you can buy a used one right now for $100 less than it was new.
You're bearing in mind is the player and how he uses it. You know, the effect is in effect.
But I mean, an amp sounds better. Like all the Fender amps, like, you know, deluxe reverb, super reverb, you know, twin reverb. The non-reverb channel always sounds way better.
Yeah.
The only thing that the other one has is the verb on it. But when you plug into like the dry side of a deluxe, it sounds undeniably better. It's noticeably different.
Yeah, you're right.
And, you know, if you're going to play dirty rock stuff, you always go into the dry side of a Fender amp. You don't use the reverb side. And
It's about the only time you're gonna go into the dry side of something, isn't it?
that was easy, wasn't it? I threw you that softball. But I am running right. This amp does have an effects loop on it. I just prefer to run in the front. I like the sound better. But I like the sound of a little echo on there. That's right, David Hayes, because there's less circuit. It's pure. But the way a Fender reverb works is you create your signal in the preamp, and then you squash it down to absolutely nothing and run it through a spring, and then reamp it again out the other side. So you just lose all the fidelity that you created in the preamp when you add the reverb in. So. Good Woody 6L6 sound there with a little echo, right?
Very nice.
We need some words. Go ahead. Do you need reverb on that?
I like it. I like the.
I got my cans on. Can you guys hear? Is it coming through?
Yeah.
You can hear it okay?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It's like nice little tape echo in the background. Hey, Kjell Clausen, how are you, sir?
Come on in.
Hey, Dan, come on in, man.
It's not Jackie Mason, but incredible simulation. A man with an amp.
Dan, this is Brett and Bob.
Hey, how you doing, buddy?
Dan
Going.
Kalisher.
Good to meet you.
Good to meet you, man. How
Nice
are
to
you?
meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Oh, bring you right in here.
Remember the London that you guys borrowed for a while?
Oh yeah.
That's right.
That sounded great. Hey,
come
it's
have a
got a
seat,
black
say
hue
hi.
on it. Oh, I just put it on.
You can leave your shirt unbuttoned. The chicks, there's one chick on here who'll love it.
Oh, cool. Hi, Dad.
So I'm just sitting here playing the Producer 6L with a
Oh,
little
nice.
tape Strymon in front of it. The one we were playing at my house. yesterday.
Yes.
And we're talking about the joy of using a little echo and how you don't really need much reverb
yeah.
and how
That
much
is
better it
true.
works. Do you want to play? I'm tired of playing.
Sure. I have a fretless guitar in my car.
Oh, did you bring the
I
fretless
brought it.
guitar?
It's gonna be
Oh, we
too.
got to see that. So this is Dan Kalisher. Everybody say hi to Dan.
Hello,
Here,
everybody.
I got you into sort of the hot of the,
I love it.
the
It sounds
American side.
Incredible. Do you
It's,
have a pick
I
on
do.
you? Great.
See,
Oh,
you're
wow.
on the American
Holy
side,
crap,
so you're
sounds
just kind of
good.
medium gain. 6L6.
Oh, yeah.
So, what were you playing on what show just now?
I just
the
played
talk?
on The Talk. It's a talk show that's hosted by Sharon Osbourne and Aisha Tyler.
Oh, right. So Dan's a studio cat here in town,
Studio Cat.
and I think when you do this much studio work, you've earned the title
Title.
cat.
Yeah, maybe.
I think you're being a studio cat.
Yeah, I guess it's a badge of honor, I suppose.
Oh, I think it's man. There's not too many guys in town making a good living doing it. So
I'm very
this is
lucky.
yours. I'm not sure if you
Oh,
can hear yourself
I can
very
get.
well.
Yeah, I'm in.
You can lift it up if
I
you
got
want.
it. I'm good.
All right.
All right. So, I mean, I don't know what I could really do that.
Oh man, just have fun. I'm just tired of playing. I'm having one of those days where I don't care. So Dan just ordered a Ventura. Yeah, maybe.
Oh man, this guitar sounds great.
That's those Ron Ellis pickups. Literally.
The effect also help, dictates some of the playing. Once you hear the effect, you kind of play with it.
That's
Right.
right.
Like a chorus effect or a tremolo effect or anything like that. If you're a real player, a different guitar, a different effect.
Oh,
will
yeah.
bring
It's gonna
out
inspire.
different things.
It's gonna inspire something in you. Yeah.
That's the beauty of it.
That's right. Dude can play. You're right. Dan Kalisher, Kalisher. He's on Facebook.
Hit me up.
And yeah, I saw the picture you posted from the set this
Oh,
morning.
Yeah, man, it was
Like
beautiful.
Winter Wonderland
Yeah,
kind
we
of
made it,
thing.
we played like a Christmas song like this. I probably can't do it with this setting, but it was just super.
Nice. I can clean it up over here. Here you go. You can push the guitar a little harder now.
Yeah, it was It's just sort of like this
There you go.
sort of
Christmas song.
yeah, is this song. You know that one?
This is like an Earth, Wind, and Fire
yeah,
arrangement.
Kind of
Yeah.
like we changed the key like probably 3 times this morning. We were gonna do it in C or D flat, and then we were gonna do it in C again. Then we did it in D flat. So,
Nice.
wound up with a little. I used a little trem on it. It was,
There you go. We'll have to watch. And that's airing today?
well, it already aired on the East Coast, but it airs on the West Coast. The show goes on in 4 minutes, but we play towards the end of the show.
Oh, okay.
So West Coast Central Time, 1:00 Central and 1:00 Pacific.
Oh, okay. So The Talk.
The Talk. It's on CBS.
I like these literal show names. There's another one now called The Chew.
Yeah.
The chew,
Are they
the
eating?
talk.
Right.
Okay.
I'm going to do one on HBO called The Shit.
I had 3 of them this
It's
morning.
it's a good play on words,
Yeah.
like you got the coolest stuff in the world on the show.
Yeah.
It's the shit.
Yeah, no, I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, we're on the internet here, so we're
You
not
can say whatever you want.
we're not governed by the FCC.
No, it's all good.
It is archived and my relatives watch it, but
Fuck
they already have no respect for me.
Oh, okay.
They already know that I'm
Hold them on the phone.
a heathen. I'm a heathen who's fallen off the rails.
I love it.
Yeah. Today, Anita, it's on. The show starts at 1:00. There you go. There you go. A little 6L6 love for you.
No, I love it, man.
Just right on the edge of the tube there, so you can get it to just get a little texture if you lay into it with your right hand. That's where I like to sit on the amp, just right on the edge of the tube, so it's up to me.
Sounds great.
Nice.
Yeah, let me see. That's volume. Can we drive it a little bit?
Oh yeah, how much?
I don't know. What do you got?
I got a lot.
Let's put it all the way up there and see
All
what,
right.
what we can do.
There you
Down
go.
the challenge there.
Mark Fowler, there's no negative feedback on this.
Yeah, with that, you kind of overdrive it so much, and then you put it all the way on the bridge pickup, and you turn the tone all the way down.
Right.
You get kind of this fuzz
Oh yeah.
thing. It's Mark Knopfler sort of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Sounds great.
Older guys like us call that the woman tone.
Oh, okay. It's- Woo. Great.
Very nice, man.
Little Albert Lee there, I hear.
A little bit.
Oh, yeah.
You gotta play everything. here.
That's right. Well, when you're a studio cat,
When you're a studio cat, you gotta
you're a
play-
cat,
play a
man.
little- Thanks, dude.
I like that. It's actually a high it's a high honor to be called a studio cat because there's there's studio players and there's studio guys,
That's true.
all right,
I
and then there's studio cats.
well, that's a very nice compliment. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
I love it. It's amazing.
Big meow.
yeah. Meow.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So yeah, that's it.
And then you graduate to Yo Cat.
Oh, oh,
The
dude.
Yo
Right.
Cat.
I'm not there yet. No.
Oh yeah, he's too young for that, I
Yeah,
think.
maybe a little bit.
Yeah, just young.
You got to be Tommy Tedesco or somebody.
Yeah,
you
no,
know.
definitely.
You gotta wear, and you have to have like a signature hat.
Yeah, I don't do hats very well.
You have to have some perverted looking thing that you
Yeah.
do. So
I don't have the hat yet.
he's the guy in the hat. I met Tedesco actually in the 80s.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the nicest guy in the world.
Oh cool.
Yeah.
This sounds so freaking good.
There you go.
Yeah, it's great.
Cool, Daddy-o. Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, you know, we're having one of those days today where there's like no content on the show.
Oh,
We're just completely screwing around.
should I go get the fretless?
Yeah, go get the fretless guitar.
In the meantime,
You
I'll
got to
play
see
for
this.
It's so ugly, but I got it just because there's no frets on it.
But you got to hear him play it. He plays
No, I
it.
know. I'm gonna play
It's-
for a minute while he's gone.
it's
Yeah,
ins-
good.
oh, yeah,
The
come on,
segue
Bob.
thing. Here, hold this for a second.
Oh, yeah. You don't need them?
Nah. That's great.
Is this the metal version? Look at this guitar.
That's pretty foul.
It's like a perverted BC Rich.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, here it comes!
Come, come.
Oh,
Oh, look. There's
it's
no
a flying
lines.
guitar.
There's no
oh my
lines
God,
on
it's
it.
levitating. Near it off the studio, the guitars will levitate. Dude,
Here,
here.
Trade, play it.
There you go.
Man,
We did
it's,
twist and shout while you were gone in your
Yeah.
honor.
yeah, we did like a
He
metal
shouted, I
version.
twisted.
I love it.
I didn't even shout. I can't shout because the vocal mics are. If I really,
Right.
I don't
if I
even know where to
really
plug it in.
sing,
Okay, here it is.
there you go.
That's right.
So check this out. You guys ever seen a fretless guitar? It makes everyone sound like Jeff Beck. It's those glissando bands.
Wang bar there, that's a big help for
badass,
helping
right?
keep it in tune there.
Oh yeah.
Well, these aren't even locked down. I mean, like, I bought this off a guy on Craigslist.
Who shall remain nameless?
Guy on Craigslist. Sounds
guy on
ominous.
Craigslist.
Yeah.
Right?
A guy
And
who
so
is-
he kind of modded it so you
Is that a
didn't
real
have...
Floyd?
No.
It's not,
No
right?
way. But he kind of modded it so you don't have to load it in through here. You could just kind of string it through. He put these things on it.
Oh, I see
And then
what
these
you're
aren't
saying
locked
now.
down, so I can still tune it however I want, you know? But,
We use a lot on
It-
some of our sessions, and he plays a fretless bass.
Oh, yeah.
It's
well, yeah, I mean,
his
fretless
intonation's
bass-
better on a fretless bass than
Right.
some guys are on a regular
Right.
bass.
Depends on how good your hands
Right.
are and your
Yeah,
ears
and
are.
your
Yeah.
ear.
Yeah,
Right.
totally. It's a slow guitar. It's really hard to kind of
Yeah.
get going on it because there's no frets.
Right,
It's kind of
right, it
it's kind
feels
of awkward.
totally different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
And they're
kinda
flat
awkward.
wound strings.
No, these are not. I think I'm gonna put some.
Yeah,
on
I think if you
though.
put flats on there, it'd
Yeah.
make a big
Yeah,
difference.
I mean, I just got it like a few
Yeah,
days
maybe
ago.
so, yeah.
But
There's maybe that beta thing.
Yeah. Like the, back with Jan Hammer record. Yeah.
it's kind of cool, like to play some like interesting sort of jazz stuff on it. Like,
You want to clean
yeah, for anyone that knows, that was all the things you are. On a fretless guitar.
And I think that's all the things
Correct.
that are,
Yeah.
on a guitar.
There's a
That
lot
said
of-
it all, yeah.
There's something with a lot of changes in it.
Oh, yeah.
Sort of here, but
I was on the chords.
so it's pretty fucking weird. Sorry.
It is weird.
Excuse my French.
Don't say weird on the show. That's all right.
Yeah.
It's
So,
not from this world. Sounds weird,
No.
really weird.
Yeah.
Sounds like Cheech.
Cheech.
Okay.
Who's Cheech?
Give it Cheech Marin, I guess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Cheech and Chong.
Yeah.
Give us some Led Zeppelin.
Which one?
Fretless Led
You can do,
Zeppelin.
bow, 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 bow.
Oh. How about Is that right?
You know, it just reminds me of when I was a kid and, like, you know, got the first echo and a distortion pedal, and I
yeah.
sat around and didn't know how to handle it.
Yeah.
It sounded like that. Not that that's bad, but it's just like you can hear you're kind of going, whoa, whoa, whoa,
Yeah,
you know.
it's hard. I mean, playing chords.
I think it's really fun.
nearly
Yeah.
impossible. I mean, you could do some cool like slidey kind
Right.
of like, you can make like you can emulate like playing like an
Right. Like slide kind of stuff, right?
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool.
You know, like that kind
Mhm.
of shit. But other than that, it's just a cool thing. Like you can kind of emulate certain violin tones if,
Right.
if you get the pedals.
Hey, let me
set
give
up
you a
right.
clean sound.
Okay.
Yeah, go with that. Somebody writes the acid is kicking in.
That's what I think this was made for.
Yeah. Or made by.
Yeah.
Some
definitely.
dude
Are you
with-
kidding me?
Some dude was sitting around. Some dude was sitting around tripping, going, "Dude, I got an idea."
Absolutely.
Seriously.
This guitar is you get a big touring band, the guy that changes guitars a lot.
Right.
Yeah,
You
right.
wrote
Cody
about
runs
this
out
thing.
there,
Yeah.
hands the guy this guitar.
Right.
while He's up there pretty blasted.
Right.
Yeah, and
Puts
he's
it
like,
together, he's like,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
that's what we like to do, whatever.
he's
it
like,
is.
I
And he
can
looks
see
down.
the frets. I just
Right.
Yeah.
know that they're there.
It looks like my frets have disappeared somehow.
Well, you got to tag team with the lighting guy who can keep a spotlight right in his face the whole time, so he can't really look.
Yeah, so he's
So it's just like, okay, I'm gonna play by feel, you know.
Oh god, that would be a
You
disaster.
reach the
Yeah.
Bruce Springsteen, you hand him the guitar, and he starts to
That's
play.
right.
Holy moly, what's happening here?
That's good, man.
It's cool to get like when it's clean too. You can get some kind of cool staccato-y.
Yeah, that's cool. It just sounds like the tape is not running at
Right,
speed.
right.
Yeah.
Especially if you play like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
a chord or something.
Yeah.
These chords just are impossible.
Yeah. Well, how do you know if it's in tune? You just gotta do it with a tuner, though, right?
The thing is like unless it's totally straight line or
Yeah.
like you can't play this,
Right.
you know, because you have to play it like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like on a.
What if it'd be better to tune it in fifths like a violin?
Probably. I mean, you could probably get some pretty cool stuff, but
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Because you know the chord structure on violins and mandolins is so
Yeah,
much straighter.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of times I
It's-
see mandolin guys playing it like this, or
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
But they're rarely on a mandolin playing that.
no, I mean I
Yeah.
play mandolin too, but
Yeah.
and I'm never doing that. I'm always
Mhm.
either playing it open or.
It's always some kind of straight line up or down. Yeah.
Totally. But it's a cool instrument, man. It sounds.
Man, Man, you really should spend a lot of money on pickups and stuff.
Yeah,
for it.
I'm definitely eventually gonna change. I mean, if it was up to me, I would take this off and put it on another guitar.
Yeah.
You know,
Take the
'cause
neck off,
I don't
right?
want to
yeah.
be like. I mean, I'm on the internet right now with this guitar, but it's like.
It's the headstock, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
you
so
know,
gross. Yeah, it's nasty. Oh,
that's all right.
it's nasty. But,
And it's nastier now.
yeah.
Now you
relic.
ruined it. Yeah.
Now it's a relic model.
You cut the value in half.
Yeah, all $130 I paid.
Yeah,
for it.
man. Which is a lot. Well, it came with a case, though, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, but I also brought my guitar that I've been using for a while. That's a.
Oh, your Paul Reed Smith?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
I'd
whip
love
it
to
out,
hear
man.
What it sounds like.
Sure.
Through the old 65.
Go for it.
I mean, it sounds great through the London. Do you want to fuck around with this?
No.
I better not touch it.
I'll put it in the fireplace.
Yeah.
Other than that,
Oh,
I've had no use
come
for it.
on. That was
Oh,
cool.
no, me. I couldn't play it.
I know. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. While my guitar gently weeps.
Oh.
Oh.
I'll call Tony Franklin, and we'll send him a picture.
All right, so this is the #1 axe that I've been using pretty much for everything.
Yeah, what model is that?
This is, okay, so this is a new model from PRS. This is actually the prototype version of the
I've never
new-
seen a Paul Reed Smith with a Bigsby.
Yeah, so basically they made a line called the Starla.
He's just kind of doing his take on Gretsch.
Kinda, I mean, it's sort of like an SG mixed with like, I don't know, you know, it's got its own Paul Reed Smith sort of touches.
Yeah.
It's this particular one is the new one that they just came out with called the S2. Stevens, it stands for Stevensville, which is where the factory is, S2. So it's made in the USA. I think these retail for like $1,300 or something.
Oh, that's
like
not
that.
bad at all.
Yeah, they're great, and I've been using it for everything. And it sounds there's a lot of different options. I got a tap coil, I got a 3-way pickup selector.
Wow.
Sounds really good.
That does.
The
Sounds
tap
great.
coil, you can get like some really funky.
Good fun sound.
Yeah, it's great.
Nice. Here, I'll give you a little.
Oh, there you go.
I'll be your foot switch.
That's right.
Human foot switch.
Certainly better than saying I'll be your pinky ring.
New by Miley Cyrus.
You know I have a drum set that color?
Oh yeah, seafoam green.
I sure do.
Yeah, it's great.
Seafoam
That's what it's
green,
called.
exactly.
That's what it's
That's
called. That's
right.
what they call it, and you know
Yep.
everyone loves it. So.
Yeah.
There were cars that color.
Yeah, that's what. Well, that you know.
It's where it came from, like old T-Rex.
Yeah, I was on tour this summer, and I stopped in a guitar shop in Boston, and I changed the knobs out to be gold to make it even more kind of like I felt like it looked like a classic car anyway.
That's great.
So I just like
Oh yeah.
Very
wanted
cool.
to make it sort of complete it that way, and yeah, this guitar is. I mean, it's so versatile.
Gotta give you more straight American clean sound there.
Yeah.
Open up the guitar.
Yeah, it's just beautiful,
Nice.
and it sounds great through this amp.
Cool, Daddy-O.
Yeah. I love it.
Well, I know a guy.
Yeah, we know a guy that makes these amps.
Who? No way.
He's an asshole.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah, that's what everyone says, at least. Yeah, that's cool, man.
Yeah, man.
That's fun.
Well, yeah.
So, well, I'm glad you're able to enjoy the London.
Oh, dude. Freaking love it. And I'm so stoked about the Ventura.
That's right.
Great. I played it the other day. It's
Cool,
perfect.
Daddy-O.
Yeah.
Now, so I met Dan through Jarrod Scharf. And, Jarrod's like our friend that plays on Saturday Night Live, who's also one of the craziest people I've ever met in my life.
Yeah, he's a nut.
The man has more energy and more thoughts than anybody I've ever met. So how do you know Jarrod? Where did you guys meet?
Well, it's kind of a weird story.
Grab that mic.
It's kind of a weird story how I met Jarrod.
Was it like the bathhouse thing that he always does?
No, although I think we're hitting that tonight.
Yeah, he's got a thing. That's another story.
It's a spa. It's not like a weird thing. It's like a regular normal.
Oh right,
Just
with a bunch of naked men. Whatever,
right,
that's fine.
That's great.
But not that there's anything wrong with that.
I met Jarrod. Actually, this is what happened. I was still in college.
Yeah.
I grew up in Florida. I did my undergrad at the University of North Florida in Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
And while I was there, I was, I always knew that I was going to wind up either here in New York or somewhere. So while I was there, and this was still while he was still kind of unknown. He was the guitar player in SNL, but nobody knew who he was.
Right.
So I Googled. I'm like, who is the guitar player in SNL? Because that's the gig that I want one day.
Yeah.
So
so you're going after his thing.
Well, I hit him up and I was like, dude, like, I hear you play. Like, you're so good. Like, I just wanted to pick your brain.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and he got right back to again. This was a long time ago.
Yeah,
this was like before anyone knew him.
Before he was busy.
Right. I mean, he was only doing SNL. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
But he got right back to me, and like we sort of kept in touch, sort of loosely.
Right.
Through.
And just became buddies, huh?
Yeah, and then when I moved here 4 years ago in 2009, 4.5 years ago, he was in town because when he's not on SNL, he's out here.
Yeah,
in LA.
yeah.
And I was like,
he's here more than he's in New York.
He's
almost.
here all the time. I saw him yesterday. I see him all the time.
Right. He never comes by here.
Well, he should.
I invite him. He's actually been on the show a couple times.
Okay, good.
But, yeah.
Good. Yeah. I mean,
But we need him more. I didn't know he's in town now. I said, Jarrod,
so we
come
just had
over and
dinner
meet.
last
We'll
night.
go to Weiler's Deli and have lunch.
We were at True Tone together. Seriously, he's like one of my best friends. It's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
So, but when I moved here, I hit him up. I was like, dude, I'm here. I'm in town. Like, let's go get some food, and I just want to talk to you.
Right.
He's like, great. And so he did, and we met that night. Like, actually met.
Mm-hmm.
And right away, just like became very good friends, and we hang every time I'm in New York and he's there. We're hanging. Every time he's here, we're hanging, and we eat together, and we talk about guitars together. And,
that's cool.
we're like buds, and we go to the spa together.
He's well, I mean, he will.
A little more. A little more.
I mean, he will hit on you right away. But that's
he's a
just
nut.
some guys are like that.
He's great. He's in all seriousness, he's one of my. I consider him a very close friend. I went to his
Apparently so.
He stays with his sister when he's here, and I went over there for Thanksgiving. We spent Thanksgiving. You know what I mean?
Well, I met Jarrod his first season on SNL.
Right.
I was there with Richie Sambora.
Oh wow.
And I knew there was a shake up in the band that year because it was Dr. Luke before that, and Luke, Polish name.
Right.
And I can never say it.
Lucas Gottwald. Or
Gottwald, yeah, that's it. And this young guy comes over and hi. You imagine Jarrod being shy?
No.
Yeah, he was actually shy and humble. It was really hilarious.
Oh, shit.
He's I just got this gig, and then I got this amp, but I really, I know 65, and can I come over and plug into one of Richie's amps? Yeah, of course, that's fine. Richie won't care at all.
Yeah.
And and we just stayed in touch, but it was really cute because it was like it was the season opener.
Oh my.
And like his parents were there.
Oh my.
And they're like, we're so proud of our Jarrod.
Oh my
And it
God,
was
they're
really
so
cute.
cool.
And we're walking around the halls with like Bill Hader and
sure.
all these guys telling dirty jokes and doing all these raunchy. And there's Jared's parents. They're just hanging out there.
Well,
Like,
he was still
all the guys in Bon Jovi, and the
Yeah.
crew and stuff. There's odors and smells and smoke and things.
Sure,
and,
sure. I mean, he was still so he was a year older than I am now when he started.
Right.
So he was young.
Yeah, that was 6 years ago.
Yeah, it was a long
7
time
years
ago.
ago. Yeah.
So,
Young dude.
Yeah.
Very cool, man.
Yeah. So he's great, and he turned me on. He hooked me up with you, and
Right.
I think sort of a similar situation. I remember he was using the amp, and I remember he had sort of an amp emergency.
Oh
right?
yeah,
And
do you have
then-
to come grab one from
right,
me? Yeah.
right. And then it just like that's how the relationship.
Well, he
started.
doesn't bring any out here when he comes because he knows I'll give him stuff.
No,
so,
of course, but it was
yeah.
on SNL, like his something like I remember he told me like one time he had like an amp emergency and like
Oh,
he was just,
yeah.
like, to the rescue kind of
Yeah, I forgot what that was. Either he took his amp out for some other gig or he had a tube problem or something.
like that. I don't know.
I was like, no, I'll just get
a
the
similar
guys.
sort of thing happened to me not too long ago, and I've been looking to get a new get with like an amp thing for a while, and he hooked us up, and
Sure.
now we're here hanging out.
Well, I
We
used
got
to
an
be
amp on order.
you. Like I was
Yeah.
making my living playing guitar for a long time, and I remembered, and Peter, my business partner, still doing it, of course. And I remember specifically being treated like nobody
Right.
by amp companies.
Right.
It's like, well, you've already paid for the amp. What are we going to do?
Right. Right.
It's like, no, I already
Well,
paid
it's
for
a
the amp. I'm
great-
going to put it on television, for
Yeah.
God's sakes, and it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Well, just go get it fixed. I'm like, dude, I'm a rock and roll musician. I don't have 38 cents in my pocket. I
Yeah.
can't go pay somebody
That's true.
to fix this.
Absolutely true.
I spent all my money getting to New York
All right.
or something, for a gig. And
Yep.
and there's, after a while, so Peter and I decided we're going to do the exact opposite of that.
Right. Well,
Just-
it works. I mean,
Yeah.
really, it's like
It's really not any. It's really. I mean, I'm glad you appreciate it, and thanks for
Oh,
saying
you're
it. But
kidding? Of
it
course I
doesn't really
appreciate
take any effort. I mean, you've borrowed a couple of amps from me now.
yeah.
Did I break a sweat?
Not at all.
You came
Not at
over
all.
and said, "Hey, can I borrow one?" Yeah, take that one.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it was incredible. I borrowed the London for a couple of gigs, this one on TV this
Right.
morning, and then I borrowed your old Lab series.
Yeah.
I play pedal steel, and I
Yeah.
played it on a bunch of sessions, a bunch of pedal steel.
But
sessions,
any
which is
amp
good.
company could do that.
Yeah, of course, but it's whether or not it's like.
It's just
I don't know.
all it means is you have to just be nice.
Of course, and you're a real person. And you're a
Well,
nice person, and
yes. Yeah.
we're all sort of. You have this same mindset that I do. It's like we're all sort of in this together.
Right.
I mean,
Well,
that's
if
why-
musicians don't help each other, no one else
yeah,
will.
no one else will.
So-
So, it's like you guys are like that. PRS is like that. Like I wouldn't want to deal with somebody.
But
that's
if any
not
of your
like that.
guitar player buddies said, "Hey, man, I'm in a pinch. Can I borrow something for a gig?" You'd go, "Yeah, of course."
Absolutely.
You wouldn't give it a
I've
second
done
thought.
that a million times.
We've all done it. The only difference is
Absolutely.
Peter and I just do it as a business.
As a business, which is a great business model.
I think, because that's what guitar players are. you
You're
know?
right. You're absolutely right.
And I think it's different because we are guitar players. Like most amp companies, are run by guys that are, amp techs.
Sure.
And they're not used to this like codependent, neurotic
Right.
freak thing that musicians have on the road.
That's true.
Like we're all this band of codependent, needy, broken people
That's absolutely true.
that
I
have
won't
some
admit it.
glaring trauma from childhood that we're working
I had a
through.
good childhood. My parents did a good job.
Yeah.
I think my dad's watching right now. Hi, Dad.
Yeah. Oh, except for you, of course. But no, I mean, I'm kind of exaggerating for
Right.
dramatic
Well, of course.
purposes. But I mean, there's just this thing that especially guys that have actually put food on the table playing
yeah.
music. Not guys. There's guys that are like, oh, I play in a band, but I work at IBM during the day.
Right, that's my dad.
Yeah, right. But I mean, it's the difference between I play guitar and I'm a guitar player.
Right.
Guitar players put food on the table with their guitar.
Yeah.
Guys that play guitar, and they have a
Knock
job.
on wood.
Yeah.
Can't
So I did that for a long time.
Yeah.
And it's just sort of weird, there's this immediate, like you just get it and go, okay, yeah, you're a bro, take something, it's
Yes.
fine.
Well, it takes somebody to appreciate that's been through it to appreciate it.
Right.
to
I mean, we all have
understand
those-
what it does for people like me.
Yeah, I mean, like I auditioned for a band in Atlanta in '88, and I knew a couple guys in Atlanta, so I flew to Atlanta. I borrowed a couple of guitars and a Marshall half stack from a friend that I knew. Got the gig. Didn't have time to go home and get my gear. The guy just went, dude, just take it out.
Yeah.
Well, like, don't you need it? Well, no, I've got other amps. I've got other guitars. That's
Right.
not my main rig anyway. And I went out on the road for 3 months with someone else's gear. No questions asked.
Yeah.
And the guy
Trust thing.
wouldn't let me pay him. He wouldn't let me. It's guy Pat Buchanan, who's like
Yeah.
on top of the Nashville scene now.
Yeah,
He kind of,
I know that name.
yeah, he gets that Nashville guitar player, the CMA Country Guitar Player of the Year thing every other year.
Amazing.
He's in his 50s now, and he's just rocking Studio Cat.
Right.
He's one of the top studio guys
If
there.
he's a studio cat, I cannot be called a studio cat.
Oh yeah, sure you can.
No way.
Absolutely.
No way.
Absolutely. But I mean, that's just kind of, so that's what we do with the company. We just
Well,
try,
I think it's
yeah.
great, and I think it's really obvious, because everybody that is with it loves it.
Oh, thanks,
And it's
man.
because
We just do
first
our
of all,
thing,
the
man.
product's really good, but also the business is really good. So it's
Yeah.
like, and that makes a huge difference. You know, if the
Thanks.
guys at PRS were dickheads, I wouldn't.
That's
use it,
right. Paul's
you know?
very nice to his artists.
He's so,
Yeah.
super nice, and so
Yeah.
is his whole team.
Right.
You know, everybody that works for him is like super cool, super accommodating.
Right. You want to do business with people you enjoy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, there's other companies I'm not going to name that just
Right.
won't return your emails. won't
Well, I
give you
went
time
through
of
it.
day.
Peter's been through it.
Yeah.
You know, big name companies too. And
Huge
he's
name
like,
companies.
I can't tell you how much business I've got from guys going, I am a so-and-so endorsee.
Yeah.
My amp broke down. I'm playing on Letterman tomorrow night.
Nothing.
They won't help me. I don't know any amp techs in New York.
Yeah.
I don't have any money. I don't have any budget. Can I borrow an amp to play on Letterman? I'm like, fuck yeah, you can.
Oh, it's going to be on Letterman. Yeah.
I call up SIR and
Yep.
go, hey man, drop an amp over at CBS
Absolutely.
at the Ed Sullivan Theater and put this
Absolutely.
guy's name on it.
Yep.
And then sure enough, the guy calls me the next day and goes, okay, I'm just buying an amp.
Absolutely.
You
That's
know,
how it
you
works.
saved my ass.
I mean, that's how it worked for me, right?
and
I
in
mean,
the
I was like,
in the meantime, yeah, I had my amp on national television,
Yeah.
you know, and it sounded good.
Yep.
So I have so many of my big customers because the amp companies treat them crappy,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
or they expect guitar players to understand how guitar amps work.
Yeah.
So I get a lot of guys that call up and say uninformed things because they don't know how an amp works.
Yeah.
They're
Like-
freaking out. Oh my God, my amp blew up and nothing works. I'm like, all right, well, let's just run through it. You know,
Right. Yeah.
oh
I'm
sh.
that way, I will admit.
It happens, and it's like, oh, I got the cables reversed on my
Oh,
pedal. You know, it happens because you're thinking about your gig. You're thinking, do I remember the arrangement and blah 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 blah. And
Yeah.
but a lot of these guys make those same calls to other companies, and they're like, come on, dipshit. You know,
Yep.
I got work to do. It's
Yeah.
like, no, man, it's all good.
Yeah.
I get those calls from
Of course.
Jared.
Well, Jared's panicky anyway.
Well, I mean, SNL's a high pressure
I know,
gig.
I'm teasing.
And he'll call me. It doesn't sound right, man. Something's like, I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, dude, let's just calm down.
That's
Let's-
one thing about
Yeah.
Jared is that he knows when something's not right and he wants it to be. He's not going to accept
Right.
it. If something's a little off, like
Yeah.
I would roll with it. Like he won't.
But he wants to be perfect
Of
on that
course.
show, which
Of course.
that's the highest profile TV gig I think there is.
Oh yeah, he's got it.
I mean, of all the bands that are on TV, I think the only band that people will make sure they listen to is the SNL band.
Mhm.
Like
Roots.
yeah, the Roots. A good point. Yeah, the Roots are great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's true. That's really good.
Yeah.
Well, fellas, I think we should wrap it up here.
Thanks for having me on this show.
Thanks
How
for
fun was
coming.
this?
We all enjoyed your playing. You can
Oh,
come back,
I would love to
anytime you
come
want.
back.
Um,
Awesome.
So we were just sitting here ranting. I was patting myself on the back. I'm sorry for the
He
false
deserves it.
false modesty there. Can I borrow a Producer 6L for 20 years for a fee? Yeah, absolutely. The rental fee is Oh, we got to do the record, of course.
Oh, what's this?
Well, this is the vinyl version
Oh, I
of
love
a
it.
CD that we did a few years ago for
Awesome.
Eagle Entertainment. And so it's Dave Grohl and
Oh,
Billy
yeah.
Gibbons and Lemmy and John
Oof.
Five.
Yeah,
and-
we should put it on camera.
yeah, we should put it on camera. And,
Yeah.
and
Oh,
the
yeah.
list of guitar players is
So
pretty
Bob
extensive.
just got the metal Xmas, which we already went through the etymology of X and Christmas, and is not an abomination to Christianity.
It is not, and they're legit Christmas songs that we did up in a rock fashion. There's
Look at all
people
these
that
cats that
there.
are on this record.
Yeah, Steve Morse and Billy Gibbons and Doug Aldrich.
Never
and
heard
Tony
of 'em.
Iommi.
Never
and,
heard
yeah,
of
some
'em.
name
I don't know who
players
those
on
guys
there.
are.
Yeah.
They
Let me-
didn't
let me
impact
read
my
the-
playing at all.
Let me
Yeah,
read.
right,
let me
right,
read the
right.
list here.
Yeah, it's a pretty impressive list.
How'd you fit them all in the room, though? That's what's weird.
Well, we did it song at a time.
So we got. We'll just go like. You got
You
them in
do it here?
alpha here.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
Kenny Arnoff, Alice Cooper, Ronnie James Dio, bless his
May he
heart,
rest in peace, yeah.
Chuck Billy, John Dene,
John Denias.
Denias,
Yeah.
excuse me, Dave Grohl,
Dave Grohl.
John Five, Craig Goldie, Scott Ian, Tracy Guns.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I was on the strip in the '80s. Doug Pinnick, Rudy Sarzo,
Billy Sheehan.
Billy Sheehan. Never heard of him. I was kidding. I love Billy Sheehan. He's crazy good.
Crazy good.
Jeff Scott Soto,
Great singer.
Lemmy, Bob Kulick,
Present.
and Bruce Kulick. Who's this guy stealing your name?
That's my
Bruce-
brother.
Bruce Kulick, your brother.
Yeah, my brother.
You guys know the Kulicks
Yeah, I had his phone number, so I was
from
able to
Ki-
get him.
from Kiss fame, you know.
Exactly.
Ani Logan,
Uh-huh.
George
the
Lynch. I know
yeah.
Georgie.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Jeff Tate,
Mm-hmm.
John Tempesta,
Mm-hmm.
Joe Lynn Turner from Rainbow, right?
Yeah.
Simon Wright, Chris Wise, James Lomenzo, Steve Morse, Stephen Piercy,
Steve
and
Morse.
Ripper Owens.
Yeah, and Billy Gibbons, whose picture's not on there because his beard took up too much room.
Yeah, we can't fit that on the album cover. Right, exactly.
And Tony Iommi, whose head couldn't fit on there.
Gosh, and they're playing like Frosty
Oh,
the Snowman.
wow,
Actually, he did a
wow.
really great job. You know, that's a really great track.
Wow.
So see a piece of vinyl, and when you open it up, it's a double record. There's 16 songs
Right.
on here. They did
One
it
is
right. One is red.
one
and
is
the other's
red,
green,
the other one's green.
Kudos to the
badass.
label for they really did a great job. For
where do
those
I
of
get
us
it?
who grew up on this, to hold a
That's
record
right.
in your hand.
That's quite an
I've got
assembly
a
of
little
guys.
vinyl collection going.
Nice.
I listen to vinyl all the time.
Nice. Yeah.
Some Peter Gabriel. Some
That's
Little
right.
Feet.
It's
That's my
every
jam.
classic Christmas
Very
song you
nice.
can
Oh, yeah.
You're
imagine.
hip to these bands.
Oh, man.
I like that.
Love it.
Little Feet.
Little-
Lowell
oh my
George.
gosh.
Wow.
Oh yeah,
Wow, wow, wow.
Wow,
that's
I
pretty
know.
special
Wow,
stuff.
wow, wow.
I know.
Yeah.
That's very
Some authentic
special.
frontier
I
jargon, you would
could,
agree.
I could
Yeah,
listen to
yeah.
Let It Roll all day.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
Absolutely.
So
So,
this is available now.
can you download this too?
Yeah, the tunes are up there on iTunes. We got Alice Cooper singing "Santa Claus is Coming to Town." He
Right.
knows when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows when you've been battered.
Oh, sorry. Did I just
me
bonk
too.
you in the head?
No,
I'm
that was
sorry.
my finger.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Right on.
So,
Next to Davey Farragut.
If you
Right
want to
on.
scare your
Well,
relatives,
Davey
you'll
Farragut.
buy this and put this on, and then they'll be scared. So
You
there
know
go.
Davey?
Yeah, I did a session with Davey.
He's like my favorite bass player in the
He's
world.
freaking amazing. I did a session with Dave Bianco.
Yeah. Oh,
I
yeah.
did a session at Dave's room with Dave Bianco, Davey
I
Farragut.
think we were
and-
talking. You were up there.
Right
up Lancashire.
Right. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
And Brian McLeod. You know Brian McLeod?
Yeah, absolutely. Well,
Great.
Dave Bianco masters the Hellbillies records.
I've got a
which are
session
all-
with him on Monday.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Tommy Shaw,
And Michael Schenker.
Michael Schenker.
Michael the Schenker is
Dang.
actually on there. Yeah.
It's the Schenkenstein.
Uh-huh. So we got a lot of
It's a
high-powered
good
guitar
record.
players, Doug Aldrich, and all the rest on Gilligan's Island. Yeah.
That's
Yum.
it. Go
Love it.
out and get it
Love
today,
it.
or
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
not into
About
Christmas.
16 songs.
You're
No
either
waiting.
you're either with this record or you're with the
You're
terrorists.
against it.
Yeah.
You're with the terrorists.
Yeah, that's it. So Anita Farragut is on here. It's Davey's sister-in-law.
Oh, cool. Hi.
And she's a publicist here in L.A.
Excellent. Very nice to meet you.
And she said to tell you she friended you on Facebook.
Excellent. I will attend to
Yeah.
it as soon as I look at
Anita's
my phone.
very sweet.
See, immediate perks from the show.
I love it.
That's
No,
it.
I love it. Davey
It's
was
good.
great. I mean, I only did that one session with him. It was
Yeah,
brief, but
Davey's
he
in my
kicked-
fantasy
he
band.
kicked ass. Oh man, he was great. He
Yeah.
sounded awesome.
He's insanely good.
Yeah, and it's
Have
such
you
a
ever
nice
seen
set.
Jack Shit?
No.
Dude, with him and Val McCallum and Elvis Costello's drummer Pete Thomas.
Oh dang, no.
It's insanely good. It's all in character.
Oh wow.
So they cut their character are three hicks from Oklahoma
Okay.
who are in town. They're overwhelmed by the big city, and they're completely and then they just play their balls
Oh
off.
man.
It's insanely
Wow.
good. And they have these songs that are like pretty insipidly making fun of rednecks.
I
And
love it. I gotta hear
and
it.
hillbillies.
What is it called?
Jack Shit.
Jack shit.
Like, you need to know you don't know jack
Right.
shit.
Oh, I love it.
And they're insane. And they wear cowboy hats and total like hillbilly outfits.
That's awesome.
And Pete Thomas is English,
hmm
and these guys are anything but
Right.
rednecks.
So
you
it's
know.
like even more. It's even better to have like an English guy pretend like gets
Yeah.
it more.
Oh,
It's almost
yeah.
like a Spinal Tap situation.
It is.
You
It
know what I mean?
reminds me of like Dred Zeppelin or something,
Right.
which is great.
That's great.
All right. Oh, they play at McCabe's this Friday. There you go.
Shit.
You gotta go.
I gotta go.
Absolutely. And I don't know if you've ever seen Val McCallum.
Mm-mm.
He's you 10 years from now.
Great.
As far as being like studio cat, he's an insanely good player and a super nice guy.
That's
He's
great.
a really good guy. But anyway, fellas, so I'm gonna go ahead and hang it up.
Yes, indeed. Put this up here. Thanks, everybody.
Oh, you know what? We postponed the show 1 week, Tony and I. We're gonna do it on the 14th instead of the 7th.
You do this every week, or?
No, Tony Connelly and I are doing a radio show,
Oh, cool.
which you're welcome to come by also. But it's just starting up. We were going to do it this Saturday, but life kind of got in the way, so we're pushing it back a week. But it'll be Saturdays at 8 p.m. Pacific time. So for the LA crowd, you're just getting ready to go out, putting on your makeup, and waxing your back.
Nice.
You can listen to internet radio.
Love it.
And if you're in New York, no one goes out there till 11 anyway.
That's
so
true. I don't go out till like 1 o'clock in New York.
that's right.
Crazy, because I'm still on LA time.
Yeah, that's right. All right, fellas. Well, take care. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dan Callister, for coming by.
Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
Bob and Brett.
Hey, thank you, Dan.
And next week I will be back with the Producer 84. I'll have the correct transformer. After the one last week, I decided to go back to the previous rev on that. And I think it's baked. And then we'll talk about buying them, where you can buy them. And that'll all be good. So thank you guys for the nice comments and the good questions. And we'll see you next week. Take care. And